Your two dads show. Ooh, JJ and Deacon, they're the ones in the know. Subscribe quick, the Squid Monster's on the way. Inspire with us, tomorrow's news today. It's more, yeah.
Tomorrow's news, like Joe Biden casually declared an entire country to be full of cannibals. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. It's Monday morning. We're a couple minutes late. Deke, I had to go to a wedding yesterday. Didn't say had to. I went to a wedding yesterday. It was a beautiful wedding. My daughters were the flower girls. It was fantastic.
Oh, cute.
It was wonderful. Yes, I know. And they did such a good job. Honestly, I thought whoever offered for my daughters to be the flower girls, I was like, are you trying to like sabotage your own wedding? Because there's a high probability chance that the entire basket of flowers will get thrown at somebody in the congregation.
Yeah, it's like, I know they're absolutely beautiful, but do you know how they are?
They will think that this is hilarious. My youngest daughter was trying to do circles spinning around in the front.
Man, I'm surprised that she wasn't hitting people over the head with the basket and saying "Merry Christmas."
It was everything she could do to keep herself under control, and barely that. Anyway, good morning, welcome back. I'm JJ, that's Deke, and we are your two dads. We meet here Monday through Friday at 8 o'clock in the morning, give or take. Give us a couple minutes. Sometimes I had to pull my pants off after taking coffee break or something.
On right now, it's like I don't even have them on. And we do know that there's another show out there called Your Two Dads, but they do
not us.
That's not us. They do other stuff, and they don't even do what we do. And then there is a very popular show from the late 80s called My Two Dads.
Yeah, that's actually why I
watched, because we probably had a crush on the little girl that was, because we were like 12 years old at the time.
Yeah, okay. I mean, look, this was 40 years ago.
Yeah, we were literally like 11 or 12 years old when this show came out, and the girl was probably like 13 or 14.
Yeah,
so
right.
All the boys were like, "I like this show. She's cute."
That wasn't the one. What was the show with? What was the show? It's not Piper or Pepper or something like that. It was you ever have this where you like have a hint of a memory, but you can't grab all of it all at once? There was, I'm gonna remember by the end of the show, and I'm gonna be like, do you remember? Yeah, you remember this
next Sunday
Punky
morning
Brewster.
At 3 a.m.
Do you remember Punky Brewster?
Yeah, absolutely. I watch Punky Brewster all the time.
Man, I wouldn't admit it at the time.
Do you remember what her dog's name was?
I don't know.
Brandon.
I barely remember. Barely. And she was like she was just like this little kid that was just like, a little off the wall, a little off color, right? And there was nothing.
Yeah, she
wasn't actually a punk
color. Yeah, she wasn't a punk. She was just different. She was herself.
And just trying to be
back in the
little,
Hey,
all right, folks. Yeah.
Before we get into the news, I want to tell you, you and folks, I thought of you yesterday when my brother and I will send each other music that we find, because we're both music files, and we'll send each other music, and we both love metal, and we're metal heads. I freaking love some heavy metal, but this week's music, my brother sent it to me and was like, dude, unbelievable. And I listened to it and was like, holy crap. And it's pop music. And I want to go see this band. You're going to love it. Stick around till the end of the show.
I actually listened to probably half the track because, I was like doing other stuff. I was listening to it. I was like, I didn't like absorb it all. I was like, first this guy's like falsetto. I was like, what in the world? How is this guy singing like this? And it was really kind of a mix up of different kinds of music, like
jazz, pop.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
It was. Okay,
there was some notes in there.
Now, and the rest of the week we'll do it for the end of the week. But the band that I was introduced to over the weekend by my brother is this Swedish band called Dirty. They're sweet. Let me tell you, you get into the rabbit hole of Swedish and pop bands and pop music, and you will find out that about 65 to 70% of all #1 hits have come from Sweden or Swedish writers. Absolutely. It's a crazy freaking story if you get into it. But Dirty Loops is a Swedish band. This freaking song is unbelievable. This is what I told Alex. It's like, this is proof that 99% of the pop music that you hear on the radio station is garbage, is complete, utter, corporate, processed, machined garbage. This is three guys who met at a music school. The one dude is an unbelievable singer. The one dude
incredible.
The reason Logan sent it to me because he was like, dude, this drummer is amazing. And I
have never seen such a big drum kit.
He's got a pretty nice. He's got a mounted bass drum over here that he hits for that boom. But the bass player is phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
So
that guy looks like it was a Cure, like he's in Cure costume.
They all three, they don't look like they belong. It's like one of these things is not like the other. The bass player looks like he should be coming out of like Black Veil Brides or something like that. But he's there. It's so funky. This is awesome. I've listened. Wait until I bring up some more this week. They're freaking fantastic.
Well, maybe this wasn't the song to sink me, but I mean, I definitely noticed. I was like, this is different. There's something else going on here. So it didn't sink the hook entirely, but I definitely noticed that the singer had like just an unbelievable. I guess head voice.
To you?
There was like notes of Michael Jackson a little bit, or
so tomorrow I'm going to give you one of their covers and reinterpretations of a very famous Michael Jackson song. That will be the song tomorrow from them.
All right.
Because I said the same thing. I was like, dude sounds like Michael Jackson back in the day. He can hit the notes, man. And they are great. So listen to this. Dirty Loops. Check them out. They're awesome.
I was watching the video and I was like, okay, so I mean, like a lot of this, you can tell is like real performance, but the video is also deeply cut. This is not one real performance. This is a bunch of different performances like sliced up.
And that's what
put
most
together.
Of them are.
Sure, of course they are.
The one video that I'll show you tomorrow actually has the 6 horn players that they have and the extra guitar player that they have, because this is just bass, keyboards, and drums. The band.
Oh, so they got more.
They'll bring
more
a
guys.
Guitar player every once in a while, and they have the horn players and stuff too. So it's awesome. Right. So check it out. We'll do that at the end of the show where it normally is. I just
put we should do like little links in the chat or something. Well, because
okay.
Hold on. Here's our Discord thing. But you guys don't click the button, so maybe we'll put it in the comments or something. All right. Cool. All right. So check it out. We are the president of the United States of America. That's not our. Is that our chat? That's not our chat. The president of the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen, has casually offended an entire country. I want to get your thoughts on this. Papua Guinea's prime minister hits back at Biden's cannibals claim. So if you didn't see this last week, here's Joe Biden speaking at I think it's United Steelworkers or whatever. He's just promising to keep U.S. Steel an American company, even though he's probably trying to sell this thing. Let me back up just a moment here and go back to here we go. Let's listen to your president, your elected president.
Down over the Pacific nation during World War II, suggesting his body was never found as there were a lot of cannibals in the area.
Here's Joe.
He flew those single-engine planes as reconnaissance over war zones. He got shot down in New Guinea, and they never found the body because there were a lot of cannibals for real in that part of New Guinea.
Responding to Biden's comments, Marape's office issued a statement saying, and I quote, "President Biden's remarks may have been a slip of the tongue. However, my country does not deserve to be labeled as such." The 81-year-old president's comments.
That's like saying, oh, I went to America once, but, they got a huge slave problem.
Or my uncle's plane crashed down in the Smoky Mountains and he was molested by a bunch of hillbillies.
I'm not saying he was molested by a bunch of hillbillies, but they had a huge hillbilly problem that molested people, and they never found his body.
I don't know. See, it shows the dumbed down American population to me when stuff like this gets said and we laugh at it and we say, "Oh, he done it again." Well, was your uncle, was he not found by corn pop? Was it a bunch of, all the freaking bullshit that he said over the years? My brain's not working right this morning. So
I mean,
what are we going to do? When are we eventually going to be like, dude, you got to go. You have lied and lied and lied and lied, and we are sick of it. If that was the only thing, that would be enough to get him out of office. But that's like the least of the worst things that this guy has done.
All right. So if you Google Papua New Guinea cannibals, you're going to see photos of black and white photos of black people from literally 1919, like 100 years ago. But I mean, I can't. I've never been to Papua New Guinea
that eat other people. Yes, I'm sure. Because are there people in the United States that eat other people? I'm sure there are. I would be stupid to not think that they're not in every country.
That's true. We had a couple of cases of bad cannibalism here in the U.S. Jeffrey Dahmer, bunch probably don't know about.
Oh, yeah. All the Hollywood people have to do that crap.
Oh, no, they just drink baby blood. That's the Malthusians. They're doing that stuff just to be immortal and famous.
My bad. I get them confused sometimes. I get all my demonic entities confused.
Yeah. And that I think they only do that at the Bohemian Grove. It's not like they're just doing that everywhere. They keep it in one spot.
Chromes everywhere. It's marketed.
Okay. All right. Well, so that was funny. That's our president. Let's see. This morning is going to be a little disorganized. I didn't organize it. And Deke's got some stories. I got some stories. I don't know if you got political stories. I didn't really chase any political stories. I did see, last week, maybe it was Friday after our show. Maybe it was Saturday. I'm not sure which. Speaker Johnson passed the $95 billion aid package or $61 billion aid package or something to Ukraine or whatever. And the Democrats, oh boy, on the House floor. Did you see this? They're just out there waving Ukraine flags like crazy.
Yeah, I seen it because the freaking outside people all had American flags and all of our elected people that are inside were waving flags of Ukraine. The picture is everywhere. Just go look for it. If that shouldn't piss you off enough to go to your elected representative's office that was flying that Ukraine flag and demand to know why they done that, let me pull up something that you probably didn't know was in that. How much was that package, JJ?
It was either 61 billion or 95 billion. I don't remember what the final. 61 billion. Yeah. 61 billion in aid for Ukraine.
Look at this.
0 billion for the United States.
Migration and refugee assistance for an additional amount of migrations and refugee assistance, $495 million to remain available until expended to address humanitarian needs of vulnerable populations and communities, provided that such amount is designated by the Congress as being for an emergency requirement pursuant to section blah, 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 blah. So they've got $3.5 million to be used as an emergency.
$3.5 billion
to be that they can use as an emergency. And what is an emergency, you ask? Well, yeah, what is an emergency, you ask? Anything they want to be an emergency. When they finally say that this millions and millions of illegal immigrants that's come over our border is an emergency, there's some money. But this is for basically helping facilitate our border invasion.
Oh, yeah.
Is what old Mel here. And I agree with him. So that, boys and girls, is what we like to call pork. It's what they call pork. This is added shit that goes on to shit that don't need to be. And this is why things don't get passed. And you wonder, well, why did they pass this? Or why did they do this? Because if the bill is about helping JJ buy a car, I'm going to stick some money in there to help my friend Joey have some money so he can have some gas money this week. You see, that's basically what it is.
This is the United States House floor, and those are Democrats.
Did you not see the other picture that they had?
Have you ever seen them wave an American flag? Look at these
right there, that picture.
Bastards. Man. All right. America. We must be the bad guys, Deke. For some reason, we're the bad guys.
It's so nice that you're finally opening your eyes and realizing that.
I don't know how.
For like 30 years.
Yeah. And there was this while they were let's see if you saw this. Democrat Jerry Connolly literally said out loud on the floor of the House, Ukrainian-Russia border is our border. It's not a joke. He said this for real. This guy, look at this mood ring he's got on. Let's see if here we go.
Some say, well, we have to deal with our border first. The Ukrainian-Russian border is our border. It's the border between depraved autocracy and freedom-loving people seeking our democracy.
Wait, who's the depraved autocracy?
Where's that story? I want to see what you said. Why'd you say mood ring? Go back up to that picture.
Oh, yeah. This thing right here. Look at this.
Dude.
Yeah?
Dude.
Uh-oh. Did we stumble upon something?
I want you and our viewers to start looking at celebrities' hands and famous people and politicians' hands for a ring that looks just like that. I was fixing to ask, does he have a red, is it a red gem in the ring? Look at how many of them wear that ring.
Really?
Oh my God. And it's not just like, it's famous shit that you've seen before that you just never looked at their hand. And you never put together that every single one of these damn people, from music to actors to politicians and shit, all wear the same style of ring.
I wonder if
hang on, I need to look for my tinfoil hat here for a minute.
Google Lens thing. Let me try.
When I find that thing again, I'll bring it up and show it to you. You know what? I could probably find it right now.
And Lens? Let me try Lens. Let's see if Lens will get it.
What are you looking for?
I'm using Google Lens to take a photo of the ring and see if it can identify it.
I don't know. I've got some broken links here, and that's probably what,
I see some that look very similar. Very similar.
Dude, I'm telling you. All right. Anyway, I'll find it. I'll find it again. I'll look for it.
All right. Let's see. Would you like a little good news?
Please.
All right. How's this for good news? This is this darkest shit you're gonna hear today.
Oh my God.
Maybe. Watch as Seattle police officers fatally shoot a 67-year-old. Oh, come on. Share this tab and say. Suspected pedophile trying to meet a 7 and an 11-year-old girls.
What?
Yep. 2 officers appear to fire on the suspect as he drops to the ground. So we're not actually going to play this.
Thank you.
Seattle Police Department released the body cam footage, but you can go look at it if you want to.
I don't want to look at it. I'm not into watching that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't like seeing. I've seen a lot of people die. I don't like watching it
too, and I don't like to watch it.
Suspect who's not been publicly identified arrived at the Doubletree Suites in Tukwila, thinking he was going to meet 2-year-old girls. He believed they were 7 and 11. Instead, he was greeted by police officers from the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force who were conducting an operation in the area. And apparently, dude pulled a gun, and he pulled a gun, and the officers were like, "Oh no,
good,
no, we're gonna take the shortcut." And so that's one down.
Good cops. I'll buy them an extra donut. See, good job. Thank you.
I got no sympathy for
None.
child predators.
Not one.
F those guys.
Not 1 ounce.
Not a teardrop. Okay, Deke. You know, we talked a bunch. No, it's probably a month ago now because you on the line.
Something going on. I've got some birds up in the corner of the bill, and I don't know if it's them making. Hey, let me go check what there's something keep making noise. I'm listening to you though.
Oh, okay. All right. So, I don't know if that's real or not, guys. Let me know what you think. Is that real birds? Is he being lured out? I don't know. Okay. So, about a couple months ago, there was this bill kind of working its way through the House about banning TikTok, or specifically a law that said that whatever company in their situation couldn't have more than X% foreign investment, and basically TikTok would have to either divest itself of Chinese ownership or risk being banned in the United States. And I think I've said a number of times, and Deke is not in agreement with me per se. I've said a number of times that absolutely TikTok is being used to manipulate young people. But so are other things. Yes,
I don't agree. I don't disagree with that at all. Yes, TikTok is a tool that is being used to manipulate not only young people, but that's the target audience. But it is manipulating older, more susceptible people as well. I see all of the crazy conspiracy stuff is my algorithm on TikTok, man. I see this stuff come up. I'm not one of these people that buys into every conspiracy theory. I have one thing that I tell myself. Is it logical? Is it feasible? If it's logical and feasible to me, then I do not dismiss it as a possibility. Whether I believe it or not, I can't dismiss that as a possibility because it sounds logical and feasible. And there's 90% of the crap on there is stupid. And it gets these people believing, oh, look at this. And do you believe this? And Illuminati and pyramids and blah, blah, blah. And
I mean, there's a lot of guys that make those videos and they're super convinced.
Good at making videos. And as long as I put some ominous music in the background, and I kind of talk like this and put the certain inflection on certain words.
Right.
I can hook you in to what I'm saying. And that's what they do.
Yeah. I mean, anyway, so people know that they're being sold a story, which is bullshit.
Same thing on Facebook.
But we
thing on Instagram.
We love stories, and so we fall for it. Willingly fall for it, like all the time. Well, TikTok, ByteDance has a huge ownership stake in TikTok, and the TikTok that operates in the United States does not operate in China. It doesn't operate the same way. They have different algorithm, different content. It's not the same at all.
Facebook's not in China. China won't allow Facebook over there.
Right. So now, a lot of that, they passed this bill, and they said basically TikTok, you need to divest yourself of China or else risk getting banned. And then it comes down to this, should TikTok be banned in the United States? Or more importantly, should the government have the ability to ban a social media company because they don't like what they say? No, I mean, I'm already stipulating they're saying things that are not healthy for American public, but
okay. I would like to propose a hypothesis here.
Okay.
Right? I would like for you, or my brain's not working right this morning. I can tell you it's not.
Man, I coffee yet.
A thought experiment. I want to give you a thought experiment. So imagine that. What the hell were we? I'm telling you, my brain's not working.
TikTok. Right. TikTok. So, are we going to ban TikTok?
I want you to look at the magician in the background instead of the dancing girl here. Okay. The girl is scantily dressed. She's dancing around. She's spinning. She's got these little twirlies and she's dancing around. And everybody's got their eyes on this very voluptuous, scantily clad woman out there. I want you to look past her and watch the magician in the background. What if the United States government saw that an entity, an app from another country was able to influence a certain majority of the population, or how easy it was that this app, because TikTok it basically took YouTube and was like, no, and we're gonna it was kind of new at the time. It was the same thing, but it was new, right? So what if they figured out that, oh my God, this country owns this app that we could use to influence as well? We need to own this app. So instead of this whole let's throw out here to the American public that we're gonna ban it. It's in China and it's bad, and we're gonna ban it. We're gonna ban it. But that's the dancing girl. We're gonna ban it. We're gonna ban it is the dancing girl. And what we're not paying attention to is the right hand that's actually saying we're not gonna ban it. We want to use it.
We're gonna puppet that thing.
We want to use it. And so we don't own it. So we're going to own it. We can't make a double, Truth Social. As much as I like Trump, that was his double for X, Twitter, and it didn't work. So you're not going to make another
well, you
TikTok.
say it didn't work, but it made him $6 billion. So I don't know. Okay. So the reason why I bring this up is because Elon Musk got something to say about this. And, I genuinely honestly believe that, that it's damaging for young people to watch these short videos, because it's like serotonin. I think it's serotonin, dopamine. It's dopamine hit, swipe. Oh, it's dopamine hit. And all the while you're just watching this goofy little short videos or whatever, again and again and again, you're programming your brain to take very, very, very short stimulus for reward. And in the process of that, you're being fed this bonkers content that's just absolutely crazy. It actually is very damaging to young people. I believe that. And it's the same thing for YouTube Shorts or whatever other kind of short form content there is that's out there. But you guys are watching this long ass show, so you're immune because you're special and great. So, I agree that TikTok is damaging, but I also don't like the government having the power to turn things off and kill anything. So I'm not really for a ban. So what do? I don't know. So Elon Musk has something to say about this. Deke, let's see what you think about this. Elon Musk says banning TikTok would be contrary to freedom of speech and expression, and it's not what America stands for. And this is true, and I just think it's definitely like a superficial level, like a top level freedom of speech kind of position. Like it's not especially deep or analytical. It's like the American government shouldn't be deciding who can say what, even when that who is a company, right? Okay, and that is a belief that I hold. When I was in college, we had this kind of theoretical question that was asked. If a neo-Nazis or the KKK or some radical group, the Black Panthers, something like that, wanted to come and give a speech at campus, would you allow it or not allow? Would you be in favor of it or not in favor of it? And my position on that was always just like, let them talk, because the best disinfectant is sunshine, and the best way to combat bad ideas is to hear people express bad ideas, and then everybody else gets to have their opinions too. And we see that's not really the attitude of people in universities today. Today it's like shut up or they'll take over your university. So
how are you ever going to learn anything if you don't know what the person on the other side is saying from their experience? I used to have my bookshelf when I was single in my apartment. I love books. My mom collected old books. I have that love. I love old books. I love collecting books. And I had a satanic Bible on my bookshelf, Anton LaVey. And I had read the first part of it, but most of it was, this crazy incantations and symbols and crap like that. And, I read about his biography and stuff like that. And I had several people that were like, why do you have that? Why do you have that? I was like, well, I read part of it. And they're like, well, are you a Satanist? No, I'm not a Satanist. But if I ever got into a conversation with one, I would really like to know what the hell I'm talking about, instead of just being off the cuff going, the Bible says it's bad and the preacher says it's bad. I actually have read stuff from their point of view and can see, well, that's screwed up, or this is where they made the mistake, or
Right.
I'm just using that as an example, but
Sure.
that's what people should do. Me and you don't agree on everything, but there's been
Mhm.
plenty of things in the past that I have said blah blah blah, and you've said, well, blah 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 blah, and it's made me going, well, I guess.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
like
right.
in the
I
last
haven't looked
week
at
or
it
two,
that
there's
way.
even been a time or two where I like walked back my position on a thing because I start with like my impulse and then I try to like think about it, like
That's what we do as
what
humans.
is of value.
That's what I've tried to teach my kids. Do not react. Don't react.
Right.
Respond. Don't react. Most people react, and that's where you get into trouble. If you're strong enough and your willpower is strong enough, you won't react and you can respond.
So, I don't know. I mean, that's about as deep as this gets in terms of like banning TikTok is antithetical to America, which means that this shouldn't be a tactic that we use to deal with this problem. But what should we do to deal with this? Should we deal with this problem at all, or should we just let TikTok do whatever? Should we allow foreign companies to just be invested in whatever they want, in whatever way they want to run game on the American psychology? Like, should we do something? I don't even know.
Okay. Minister was like, dude, you posted it in your Deexpiracy theories. So if you will go to our Discord server above JJ's head, you can see one of the channels is a channel JJ created for me called Deexpiracy Theories. And that's the only place that I'm allowed to post my wackadoodle freaking conspiracy
There's
crap.
bonkers stuff in there, folks.
That's where I post all my wackadoodle stuff. And Sinister was like, dude, you posted the ring thing in your Deexpiracy theories.
Oh, did you really?
Oh, I did. So let me bring this up. It's just
I
30
want to see
seconds
this.
long. It's just a TikTok video.
Okay.
All right, here you go.
Oh, it's a
Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies, ashes,
Jimmy Jackson Lee.
ashes, we all fall down.
I'm sure it's nothing. It's probably nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing. It's just
I'm
it's
sure
probably
it's
a
nothing.
popular ring. Yeah, it's just a popular style.
They may have got him on Temu. You never know.
Yeah, that's probably, you're right. Oh, see, that's a prime example of changing my mind. You're exactly right. I bet they had a sale on Temu.
Yeah,
One of those
it was
little
like
ads,
it
and
was
they're
like
"Holy
it was
shit, Tom
like
Hanks was
$0.
"Wow, I
You
want
only
one
have to
of
pay
these
for
rings."
shipping.
Yeah, absolutely.
$49.95 shipping. Free ring though. I can't see any of the chat. Like all the restream stuff is just busted. Okay, like it's so I don't. If you guys are saying something in chat, I can't read it right now. I don't know why.
Let's see what morning. Dave says morning. Dave says the song of the day was great. Don't forget the voice guys. The sound mixture is amazing. Yeah. Yeah, that's what he said. Sweet. I'm glad y'all like that song. Okay, so I got one more, JJ. I saw this pop up over the weekend. Liz Crokin, do you follow her on X? I know you do.
I don't know. Liz Crokin, is it? No, do I? No way.
Yeah, she's she's a journalist. She was one of the ladies that had
Hold on, I'm pulling her account up
with Pizzagate and stuff. Liz Crokin, Crokin. Check her out. She says, I saw this pop up over the weekend, and then I had to go find the Daily Mail story on it. She says, a former senior policy advisor here. Just let me bring up the story.
Yeah.
It says it basically recaps. Former senior policy advisor for Barack Obama's White House, who also worked for Hillary Clinton's State Department, has appeared in court in Britain charged with sex crimes.
Child sex crimes.
Rami Shai is accused of arranging the commission of a child sex offense, court documents reveal, according to the Daily Mail. Shai is also charged with possession of 2 Category C indecent images of children and possessing a prohibited image of a child. Shai reportedly coordinated the U.S. government's strategy to combat terrorists from Al-Qaeda to Taliban. She says, color me shocked. someone who worked in a senior position at the White House under Obama, you know, the same Obama who threw a private party at the White House where $65,000 worth of pizza and hot dogs were flown in from Chicago using clandestine channels, is allegedly a pedophile. Color me more shocked that this alleged child sex predator, who also worked for Hillary Clinton's State Department, you know, the same State Department that covered up allegations of the department's personnel involvement in prostitution and pedophilia during Clinton's time serving as Secretary of State. You can't make this shit up.
Wow.
Time to wake up, people.
But does he have a ring? Does he have one of those mood rings?
Can't see. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like a Temu mood ring. Ooh, there's that famous picture.
Oh yeah.
Hillary doesn't. Hillary doesn't. She just has her wedding ring on.
Yeah. She makes sure that she gets a new one every time she has a body stiffed and disposed of. She just tosses it in there as a last ha-ha.
Hey, I would just like to point out, anyone that's not viewing this show and maybe just listening, that was JJW's voice. This is Deacon's voice.
It was a joke.
I do not believe that. The Clintons are completely innocent of all charges.
Heard. Oh, jeez. All right.
Once again, I'm Deacon. That's JJ.
Do you want to back the bus up and throw me under it a second time?
JJW. That's
let's do some of these other stories. It's 8:40. We got 20 minutes.
What was this other?
I did that one. And I did.
Okay, what was the okay, JJ, here's what I'll get into this one first. I think this is funny. I read about this. Security guards have been hired. I don't want to allow ads on Fox Business. All right, we're not going to your stupid channel. I'm just going to read it. Security guards have been patrolling New York Home Depots to deter thieves and aggressive immigrants. Aggressive illegal immigrants are all hanging out at Home Depot because you know how that old freaking joke goes that they're all, you know, you want to hire some guys, you go to Home Depot and say,
it's not a joke. They actually, I drove past Home Depots and there's just straight up guys just on the corner waiting for contract jobs. Day labor.
That's all they do. Yeah, day labor, and they get paid in cash. You know, and it's all it is.
No 1099s there.
No 1099, no insurance, no nothing you got to fill out. You got somebody that's going to help you hang some drywall today, and it's not going to cost you as much as it'd cost you an American guy. Is exactly what it is. And they've been doing that for decades and decades. I think it's hilarious now that Home Depot in New York has hired these security guards and security dogs to patrol the areas and stuff. And so it made me think, if that was me and that was in my area and that was in Paducah and I went to Home Depot or Lowe's all the time to do that, and now there were security guards because I didn't feel safe going in there, you know what I would do, JJ? I mean, I know it's a really complicated thought, but I would not go there anymore.
Wouldn't the security guards and the dogs make you feel more safe?
No.
Oh.
No. What are they going to do?
No.
What is the security guard going to do? Yell at you and chase you? You got the one guy that might do that? What are they going to do to 40 fucking immigrants out there? One guy and a dog.
Can you imagine the liability if that dog accidentally bit like an American person that had every right to be there?
Well, according to the Democrats,
Home Depot sued.
Right to be there too.
And
that's what I was thinking. I was like, Home Depot. Why do you go to Home Depot? You go to Home Depot because of the convenience. It has everything in one spot. Because I was thinking everything that Home Depot has, I can get at mom and pop stores around here. I would just have to go to like 3 different stores or 4 different stores, but it's all available right here. And if not, I'll just order that shit on Amazon.
I mean,
if
Amazon
I need
comes right to your house.
or a box of roofing nails or something, I can get that at a mom and pop store. So I thought that was interesting about the Home Depot. I got another one here for you.
Okay,
we'll do the gun story first because you like guns. We like guns.
I do like guns.
Around guns. It's another Fox story. Hang on.
Hey, I gotta recommend Ground News because you can find the story and then it'll be on Fox, but you can find like another website that's less adsy.
Hang on, I accidentally hit on all sites and I just meant pause on this site. All right, pause on this site, you prick. All right, here we go. This was pretty cool. This company has called BioFire. Am I breaking up? Hello.
A little bit, but go ahead. Yeah, you're good. Okay. Yeah, it's
this company called. It was just loading this website. This company called BioFire has the first and only biometric firearm on the market, fingerprint and facial recognition technology. We're going to be
facial recognition.
The gun is a full size. Yeah, it has called it the first and only biometric firearm on the market. The BioFire smart gun features a built-in fingerprint and infrared facial recognition technology that only permits use by authorized individuals, according to the company. The gun is a full-size 9mm striker-fired semi-automatic pistol. It features magazine sizes of 10 and a double-stacked 15-round magazine. It has a 4.7-inch barrel and a total of 8 and 7 inches in length. The total weight of the gun is unloaded is 2.5 pounds, or just under 2.5 pounds. I think it looks pretty cool, don't you?
So does it have like a selfie camera in the gun so that when you're pointing it away from you, the camera is facing you?
Yeah, because of my stupid firewall, we can't watch the little video there. Let me go back up and see if this video at the top was one.
Some people wake up and check their phones.
Right, they do.
Check the weather, check the news.
Yeah, that's great. And sometimes
by
they
their
wake up and watch
fingerprints and facial recognition. Joining me right now is the boss, BioFire CEO and founder, Kai Klepfer. Kai, thanks very much for being here this weekend.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
What an interesting idea.
Unrestricted access. And helps ensure that children, teenagers, and other folks that they don't want getting access to that firearm won't be able to get access to it while they still have full unrestricted access.
I see. Now, there have been lots of failed attempts from other companies, other manufacturers. I see. Now,
it looks like it, JJ, when it showed right there. I mean, look at that. It looks like maybe there is something there.
All right.
This thing's like 5 minutes long. It's 4 minutes long. I don't know.
I mean, this is gonna lead potentially to an epidemic of people getting their fingers cut off and used as finger gloves. And
that's a cool idea. I'm going to use that for a story. That's great. See, you're learning from me. See what around me for so long has got to you. You're like, all right. This one is the coolest story of the day. When I saw this, I was like, oh my God, JJ is going to buy one of these off Amazon before I even take the story down. Oh my Lord. Do you want a motion camera at your house that will shoot paintballs or tear gas pellets at anybody that you don't want there?
Dude, that's okay. That's just gonna get your camera shot like immediately.
Dude,
all right.
Awesome is this?
I mean,
look at this. Look at the little paintballs that it shoots.
I feel like this is not. Look how big it is, and I feel like this is not going to be an effective deterrent.
I don't know.
I mean, pepper spray maybe works. Have you seen those guns that have a pull pierce? Like, have you seen the ads on YouTube for the pepper spray guns that are like, they have a pull pierce carbon dioxide tube or, CO2 cartridge, and it only pierces it when you pull the trigger the first time, but it shoots like 68 millimeter like pepper pellets at people. So you can walk around, you can't carry a gun because, you live in some state that doesn't allow you to defend yourself. So people are going to run around with gun-shaped pepper spray things and gonna get just absolutely murdered.
Yeah.
I think I found a clip of your smart gun for what it's worth.
Oh, you did? I was looking to see if this thing here shot the paintballs out at somebody. See, if a burglar is trying to come up, he'll be like, oh no, I'm out. I got to go back to the starting line. Damn it.
How convincing is it for you to have fake footage of a fake burglar getting run off by Pepper spray pellets.
Okay, so you've changed my mind on this now, because now that I'm actually thinking through, I used to play paintball back when it first started in the 90s.
Yeah.
When it first was getting big. And there is a thing in paintball. When you play paintball, there was a thing, there probably still is. They probably got technology now I don't even know about, but there was a thing called a chronometer, a time meter, chronometer. And you set it up and you fire your paintballs across it, and it tells you how fast, how many feet per second the paintball is going. Because you can turn those things up to fire at over 450 feet per second. And that is pretty damn fast, man. Pretty damn fast. So we would always have to turn, you would fire it. If it was too high, you'd have to go and take this special tool and adjust your gun and turn it down, turn the airflow down into your gun, and go back and test so that your crony was like 250 or 260. That way, when that ball hits you, it's not going to break your skin. Now, I have been hit by a paintball before, many times before, that have broke my skin because they were shooting paintballs away. So that made me think, when you said that and watching that video, I'm like, how fast is those little paintballs really coming out of there? The only way this is going to be effective is if you buy the tear gas or the pepper balls, because the little paintballs hitting you, you're going to be like, oh, well, that sucks. But it's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt.
Yeah, and you're just going to pick up a rock and throw it at that thing, and it's going to be like, and it's sideways and shooting in the grass now, and you're like, so what? Just get hit with a rock.
If it's a pepper spray or something like that, then yes, that could be a deterrent.
You don't even have to hit it with a rock to damage it. You could literally fire a paintball at it and blind it, and then it will be like, I don't know if anybody's there or not.
You could literally hold up a 1950s circle metal trash can lid as a shield.
Yes.
Ting, 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 and walk up to it.
Yeah.
In
fact, people may not actually break into your house. They just may come over every night and run around and be like, ha ha, and then make you use all your ammo.
That's what I would do.
Okay, I got a story, and then we can, kind of be done for the day. Apparently this
that might be good for like your neighbor's dog. If your neighbor's dog comes in, you got a pesky dog that comes into your yard, might be cool. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Cayenne pepper, man. Like stuff that they can't get it out of their nose. All right. Share. Where's the share button? Check this out. The Supreme Court. Good morning. I'm sorry, guys. I can't read the chat. I don't know why. It's Restream's fault. Supreme Court says they will take up the legal fight over ghost guns, firearms without serial numbers.
Well, they don't do that, do they, JJ?
Ever since the probably long before, but certainly since the advent of 3D printed technology, it is like a number one thing to do is get a 3D printer and then start printing guns for free.
Dude,
you can't print every piece of it, but you can print a lot of it.
Zip guns are to me at least, were always fascinating how people, and especially prisoners, could make a firearm out of different things. It's fascinating. They used to call them zip guns.
Yeah.
And now, you're right, with the 3D technology, the 3D printing technology, I remember reading a story, we might have talked about it on this show, of an apartment, 2 or 3 apartment buildings in New York City that they had busted, and they had thousands of 3D printers in these apartment buildings all running at the same time, printing up 3D guns. And it was a bunch. It was a bunch. That's what all these apartment buildings were. They were just empty spaces with 3D printers in them.
Before I dive too deep into this, I'm going to just point out that when you had a story up just a moment ago, there was a bunch of ads on the side of bikini clad girls. And I noticed that the AP has profiled me slightly differently. It's probably just random. The Supreme Court agreed on Monday to take up a Biden administration appeal over the regulation of difficult to trace ghost guns that had been struck down by lower courts. The justices, by a 5-4 vote, had previously intervened to keep the regulation in effect during a legal fight. Ghost guns, which lack serial numbers, have been turning up at crime scenes with increasing regularity. The regulation, which took effect in 2022, changed the definition of a firearm under federal law to include unfinished parts, like the frame of a handgun or the receiver of a long gun, so that it can be tracked more easily. Those parts must be licensed and include serial numbers. Manufacturers must also run background checks before a sale, as they do with commercially made firearms. The requirement applies regardless of how the firearm was made, meaning it includes ghost guns made with individual parts or kits made by 3D printers. The rule does not prohibit people from purchasing a kit or any type of firearm. The Justice Department had told the court that the local law enforcement agencies seized more than 19,000 ghost guns at crime scenes in 2021, a more than tenfold increase in just 5 years. I'm sure it's up from that. So I believe that you are legally allowed to print a gun, but you do have to get it registered. You do have to get a serial number registered. But I could be mistaken about that. You know who probably knows more about that than us is Dave. I bet Dave knows more about it.
Dave.
Yeah. I don't see why. Oh, there's a little bit more. Let's see. Justice Reed O'Connor in Fort Worth struck down the rule last year, concluding it exceeded the Bureau of the ATF's authority. A panel of the Fifth Circuit of the Court of Appeals, made up of 3 appointees of former President Trump, largely upheld O'Connor's ruling. So I guess the Supreme Court's going to decide if you're allowed to have guns or not, folks. Once again. All right. I think that's all we got today. And we already did music.
Yeah. So go check out our music over our Discord server. We'll put music back in its normal spot tomorrow.
It's a good rock song.
Yeah. No, it's very fascinating. There was a couple that were responsible in the 70s and the 80s for like 30 number one hits in Britain and America. It was this couple. They were from Sweden, and there was this studio. It's a very interesting, if you look into Swedish pop music, Swedish pop number one. You know, it's Sweden is it's. And Logan said something. My brother said something as he was showing me this song. I called him. I was like, man, this is phenomenal.
I'm not playing the music, but this guy sings like he's in the movie Sing, like for real. You know that movie Sing?
Excellent voice.
Yeah.
Edgar, play it for a second. Unmute it for a second. Oh, I can't hear it. Okay.
That's crazy,
man. He's nuts. But the drummer is great. That
look at this guy.
Look at him slap bass in there. Yeah, see, he looks like he's straight out of freaking.
Yeah.
But it's awesome, funk, nasty.
So you have some more songs by this band?
Yeah, absolutely. They got 3 albums, and I've listened to almost every freaking one of them since yesterday.
Is this the best one? Because a lot of times you save the best song for like the end of the week.
No, this one was the one that Logan sent me, and I was like, "Oh, this is awesome!" I played this for Alex last night, and I looked over at him about halfway through, and he's just kind of sitting there like, with his mouth open. I'm like, "I know, dude. Aren't they fun? Isn't this phenomenal?" And that's when I told him.
Is that not a big drum kit right there, or is that normal?
No, that's a big drum kit. He's got a bigger drum kit.
You see, they keep swinging this camera around and cut.
Pause it when they get there. Yeah, he's got a 20-piece kit. He's got a bunch of. See that drum over there?
That one over there.
That's it, now looking at it now, it looks like a floor tom that he has mounted. But me and Alex thought it was like a small bass drum that he had up there. He's got a couple of snares. He's got all kinds of toms. He's got some roto.
He's got one on the other side of him here. So to his right, and then 2.
Yeah, that's
and then another tom. Yeah.
So he's got a bunch. He's got some splash.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He's
maybe
got like
7 cymbals.
No, he's got like 11 or 12. He's got some dirty crashes in there and some. I mean, he's got a bunch. It's great, and that's why Logan, because we're both the drummers. See, look at it. Yeah, go back to that.
Oh yeah, that was a good shot, right? All right. Oh, look at this. I accidentally got a
hat. He's got a ride there, a ride over here. There's 2 crashes. That's a little splash. That little splash
one
with
shot here
in it. That's a crash with the holes. He's got a ride over here that's got another one underneath. Yeah, that's a crash right there. Yeah, he's got a bunch.
That is a lot of drums.
Well, I mean, looking at it, he's
a
got
lot of
2
drums.
snares. He's got 2 snares, and he's got 3 mounted in a floor. And maybe this one is a floor, but he's also got this big, huge floor right there. Sorry, I could talk about this forever. We're we're losing people talking about.
He loves this stuff. All right, hey, yeah, we are. Like they're literally falling asleep, and some of them are driving, so that's could be car wrecs.
We got some AI stories for you tomorrow, so stick around tomorrow. Check that out.
All right, please come hang out with us. All right, Deke, why did Jimmy throw the clock out the window?
To see time fly.
You know this
That's
one.
a terrible one.
Yeah, that's a bad one. That's a no. An X on that. All right.
You want me to go? Are we going to do 2 today?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll try again in a second. Here.
You know, my sons, they like elevators a lot, I found out. And all 3 of my daughters, they like escalators. And so I just think they're raised differently.
That's good. Okay. All right. Hey, why did the girl not trust the ocean?
I don't know.
Something fishy about it.
Okay. That was not bad. All right. My final one.
All right. Well, at least. Okay, go ahead.
I threw a ball for my dog. Extravagant, I know, but he looks amazing in a tuxedo. You just don't know.
You had 2 good ones, and I got trash. All right, this is probably not going to work, but here's the outro. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. The like button is right down there.
Politicians
and talking heads lying left and right. You can help us bring facts into the light. Don't let your daughter lose her next swim meet to a psychopath dude with fake teeth. Tune in now to your To That Show. JJ and Deacon, they're the ones that know. Subscribe quick, the Squid Monster's on the way. Conspire with us, tomorrow's news today.
All I can say is that those 2 boys are on a few lists. That's a fact.